Okay, welcome guys. So welcome to this tutorial. So I'll be teaching you how to design a mobile application from scratch. All right, so this is what I'll be showing you. This is actually my splash screen here, and this is my home screen. So if I click here, you will get to see how it works. So this is just a prototype of it, and it will navigate to the next screen by itself. So I can easily scroll down to this. I can scroll. You see, everything is working very well for me. So I can scroll. I can also scroll on the screen, and it's working for me as well. So this is what I'll be showing you, how to achieve a cool design like this, and also how to do a prototype of your design whenever you're done. Once you're done, you can just easily get a prototype done from this particular tutorial. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing first, I'll just take off this guy. So the first thing first here is to get a frame. All right, so let's see a frame as an empty room where we get to store our properties. Now, an empty room where you get to store your properties like bed, your television, your chairs, and so on. All right, so the first thing I'll be doing to get my frame, the first thing I'll be doing to get a frame is to click on this button, or I'll just hit capital letter F. All right, so I love using shortcut a lot, so you need to get used to it. So I'll just hit capital letter F, or I will come here, so I can click here to get a frame. All right, so you can see we have different categories of frames. We have for Android, we have for iPhones, we even have for desktop, we have presentation, and tablets, and social media. We can do our social media flyer here in Figma as well. We can design for watch, we can design for presentation, desktop, tablet, and so on. But I'll be designing for a mobile phone, and the phone I'll be using is actually iPhone 14 and 15 Pro Max. So I'll click on it, and here it is, guys. So watch me do my magic. So you just carefully watch me as I'm designing this thing. So I will design in a way that you will understand how it works. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I'll be doing is to give my frame a name. So I will give my frame a name. So I'll call my frame splash screen. So I'll call it splash screen, and now I have my splash screen. And don't forget, I'll be working with two colors, I'll be working with three colors, and I have not gotten my color. So let me get my color. So I'll just get this place. I'll come to this place where I have my shape. Now we have plenty type of shape. We have rectangle, we have line, we have arrow, ellipse, polygon, star, and these are the shape we have here in Figma. All right, so I'll be using the rectangular shape, and because I've clicked on it, I'll just quickly hit here, and here I have it. Now I want to get my 4 color because I don't want to be moving around looking for color to use. So I will just come here and duplicate this guy. So how do I duplicate? I will just do Ctrl D or Command D if you're using a Mac. So Ctrl D or Command D. So now I've actually duplicated this guy, so I will still do it again and again, and it's now duplicating dynamically, so I don't have to be doing it and adjusting it. So now I have 4 shapes already, so I will move these guys to the top of my design file. So I'll move this down. So now I want to get my colors. That's why I'm doing this. So I will click on this first one. So I'll come here to my field. This is where I have my field. You see, I'll click on this shape. Now I have my field, so I will click my field here, and I'll pick this color picker. This is a sample color where I can actually pick any color of my choice from here. So I will hit the sample color, and I will pick this first color. Remember, we are trying to replicate the design I already did. So I will pick this color, and the next one here is to get a black dark color. So I'll just come back to my sample color, then I will come here, zoom in, and pick this particular shade. I don't know if it is blue, shade of blue. So I'll just pick it, and the next one here should be a white color. So I'll just pick the background. Yeah, so the next one here should be, I think it should be 6 shape. Yeah, so I'll pick this color, which is the color green. I'll pick it, and I think these ones are also part of it. So I'll duplicate again. So these are actually necessary. When you're designing a full product, call it design system. So this is actually my design system. So I will duplicate here again, and I will just come here, go back to my sample color, then pick this particular, I'll pick this particular color here. I think the stroke is actually having the different color. Are they the same? Let me confirm. Okay, let me confirm. Okay, okay. So this is the colors I'll be working with. I have one, two, three, four, five. So these are the five colors I'll be working with. So now I've actually given my frame a name, which is a splash screen. So I will just give the splash screen a color. But before I give it a color, I want to do one very important setup, and this setup is called the layer guide. All right. So this is my layer guide. Now I will explain to you. So just scroll down, you see your layout guide. This is it. This is my layout guide. So I will click on the plus button here to get my layout guide. So don't mind this one already. Let's focus on this one. Let's focus on this one. Now this one is having a grid, and we don't want to use grid. What we want to use is the column. So I will click here this and drop down, and I will get a column. This is my column. So I will give my column count. I will give the count 4 because I'm designing a mobile application. So my count should be on 4. Yeah. So I will give my margin 22. Alright, so the highest is 23. Yeah, the highest for margin is 23. For mobile phones, the highest is 23. But sometimes you can give it 16 depending on what you want to achieve. You can give it 16, 17, 18. I think the lowest is 16. But the maximum is is 23. Alright. So you should not exceed more than 23. But I will just leave it at 22. Let me say 21. Yeah, or 23. Let me just do 23. Then my gutter, I'll give my gutter 16. So the my gutter count should be on 16. So take note of this, guys. Alright, so I'm done. I can as well change the color of this guy if I want to, but I think the red is actually okay for me. So I'll work with the red. Okay, so now I have my gutter set up. So the help of this gutter is to help me achieve alignment and consistency. Yeah, so I want to achieve alignment and consistency. Now if you look at the screen, you will see that everything is actually inside of the margin. Nothing is outside of it. It's actually inside of the margin. So this is my margin. Yeah, this is my margin. This is my count, and these are my gutter. These ones here are my gutter. So let me explain to you from here. Now this particular shape here, this white space is actually the margin. This red, this space full of red is actually the count, and this here is actually the gutter. Now if you look at your phone very well, if you see that not all text are actually touching the edge of your frame. So there is a margin that is helping them achieve a straight and consistent design. Yeah, so no one is actually overshadowing anyone. So that is the major reason why we are using a layered guide for our design. We have to set up a layered guide for our design. Alright, so that is fine. So the next thing we'll be doing is to achieve a component like this. So you'll be wondering, you design the component? No, I did not design the component. Yeah, so I did not design. I don't have to design the component. If I should design the component, it means I will waste a lot of time on this design. So it can take me days to finish up with this design. So for me to design faster, I have to use a reusable component called IES IES UI kit. So where can you get this UI kit is actually you come to your Google and search for Figma community. So you just search for Figma community here. Search for Figma community and you just up into Figma community. Now I have my Figma community here and it's loading for me. So I will click here to get it. So let's wait while it loads. Okay, so this is my Figma community. Yeah, here in Figma community you can get reusable components, you can see some designs, templates and all. But I will just search for iOS UI kit. Alright, I already have it. So this is it now. This is the iOS UI kit. UI kit. It was there before. Okay, this is the one I want to use. So I'll be using this particular one, iOS 16 UI kit. Alright, so this is one I'll be using, but I already have it. So you that don't have it, you can just click here to get it. So me, I already have it, so I don't have to be clicking open in Figma. So if you don't have it, you can click open in Figma. So this is my own here. I've already done it already. So sorry, so this is, I think I still have to open it. So let me just open it for you. But I already have mine, so I don't have to be installing it, but because of this class I'll just install it again. So it's loading. Okay, so this is my iOS UI kit. Yeah, so I already have now, I now have my UI kit. I think this should be working for you as well. So you can see these are the components you want to use. You can take any component of your choice from this, actually, you know, from this kit here. So if you want to use any stuff, you just come here and say component, not this thumbnail. Just come to component, click here on component, and you will see all of the designs. So I've clicked on component. Now I can easily get the ones I want to get. Yeah, so I'll be using this one. I'll be using this one. So this is one I want to use. So I have to double click in to get this particular, not the entire component. All right, so I have to double click to get this particular one. You can see, so I will do command C or control C to copy it. So I've hit it, and I'll just come to my back to my Figma file. So if you have your Figma already installed on your desktop, or you can navigate through your, I don't know, but that is it. So I already have this mine already here, so but let me show you how to paste it. So because I've actually copied it, I can just come here and say control or command V to paste that component I copied. So this is my own component, and I think this should be working for you. But I already have mine, so in case yours is actually like this, all you have to do is to just scale it a little, just drag it this way, and so that you'll be having the same ears, because frame differ. So you can be designing for a different frame, but if yours is not touching the edge of your frame, please just scale it a little. So I will just scroll down, and yes, yeah, so I have my frame already. So let me take off this guy. All right, so now I have my status bar already here in my design. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get this particular guy here that says welcome Agba designer. So let's do it together. Welcome Agba designer. So the what I should be doing now is to hit T or come here to click on T. So this is my T. Or you can just hit on your computer. I love shortcuts, so I'll just press T to get it done. So I'll just hit on my computer, which is my T, and I will write, I'll just do welcome Agba designer. Welcome Agba designer. Welcome first, not Agba designer. So now this is where we need our grid, our layout guide. So now I'll have to turn on my layout guide to get this particular design done. Alright, so let me turn on my layout guide. So I'll just do Shift G or fall back to this guy. I love shortcuts, so, but you can fall back to this guy to turn off your layout guide whenever you need it. Alright, so you see, I can turn off my layout guide from this place by unchecking the eye icon, or I turn it on again. Alright, but that is not what I want to do. Let me uncheck this guy because I won't be using it. Okay, yeah. Alright, so this is it. Now meanwhile, before you uncheck or turn off your layer guide, you need to click on your frame. Make sure your frame is clicked before you can turn off your layer guide. You see, because the frame is clicked, I can turn off my layer guide. Now this one was having a layer guide, but I have to turn it off. So I just have to click on the first frame, then turn off the layer guide. Same thing with this one. So you click on that particular frame to turn off the layer guide. Alright, so I think I need my layer guide on. So I'll click here, then Shift G. Okay, let me use this method. Shift G to get it done. So this is the welcome. Yeah. So the size of my text here is actually 16. Yeah. So I'm using a font a typography called Open Sans. Alright, so you can use Open Sans or you can use the icon of the typography of your choice. Now you can be using Montserrat using 16 pixel and the size of your text is quite big. That's because we are actually not using the same font. Alright, so font is something that's shaping your app design. So you can just use a different font like Montserrat. Maybe if you don't have Open Sans, you can use a different font like Montserrat, but reduce the size a little. You can reduce to 14 or 12. Alright, but me, I'm using 16. Alright guys, so I'm currently using 16 pixel. So I feel 16 pixel is quite big, so I will just reduce it down to 14 pixel. Yes, and I will change the text color to this because it's quite bold. Okay, not bold, it's quite and looking. Let me turn off the grid line so I will see what I'm doing. So I'll turn off my layout guide. You turn off for this guy as well. Alright, so I want to get the color of this guy. I forgot to get the color, so I was using a different color. So I think the color code for this guy is 757575. So I will copy the color code, and I will duplicate this guy. So I'll just duplicate this guy just to get a particular color code. So I'll click this this shape, then come here and paste that color 757575 and it will change. Yeah, so now I want to get a color now, so I'll just come here, get my sample color, then just paste it, and now I have the welcome. And the next one is Agba Designer. So instead of me writing Agba Designer from scratch, I can easily duplicate this guy. I'll just get this guy duplicated, then I will just come back here and write Agba Designer. Agba Designer. Then I will sorry guys, so then I will make the size be 18 pixel, then it should be on bold. Alright, so I will just make it bold. I will make it bold. So I'll come here that has a regular, then I'll make it bold. Bold, yeah. Now if you look very well, we are having a different color, so we can still change the color as well. So I'll make the color black. No, not black, not black, not black. I forgot we had our color already. So I'll come here that I have my field, pick on sample color, then make it this color. Yeah, that's the color. So I'll just take it up a little. Then I'll add this guy. I will I will add this guy into an auto layout. Alright. So how do we achieve an auto layout? So I will click this guy first, then hold my shift, then click the other guy. Alright, so for me to select multiple items, to click the first one, then hold my shift on my keyboard, then click the second guy. Now I have double item clicked together. So now I can still press my shift again, then click on capital letter A on my keyboard. Shift plus capital letter A. Now to add an auto layout automatically. So there are different ways to add an auto layout. I prefer using shortcut a lot. So it's either you right click to add an auto layout, or you just do shift plus A to add an auto layout. Yeah, so the next thing we'll be achieving is actually the notification. Yeah, so I want to get this done now. So let's get a shape. So I'll get an ellipse. I wanted to say rectangle. So I'll get an ellipse and I'll just draw an ellipse here. The size for the ellipse should be around 37 pixel. Alright, so I will stop here, then just increase it from here. I'll make it 37 by 37 pixel. Whenever you're getting a cycle like this, for example, make sure the width and the height are actually the same. Alright, so if I get this guy now, and I draw like this, it won't be perfect. You see, the width is actually 135 and the height is 77, and that is not perfect. For me to get a perfect cycle shape, I will just click on my shape, then hold my shift, then just scale up a little. Now if you look very well, if I remove my hand from my shift now, I will have 122 by 122. So that is the perfect cycle shape. So I will take off this guy. Alright, so the next one I want to do now is the next one I'll be doing from here is to get a stroke line. Now I'm trying to make sure this guy is well aligned, but without my grid line or my layered guide I can't achieve it. So what I have to do is to turn on my layered guide. So I will click my frame here, then come down here, then you see an eye icon. Just uncheck the eye icon and you can do whatever you want to do from there. You see I have my layer guide turned on. So I'll just scroll up here. Yeah, so everything is now aligned. This is cool. Now you can see the red line showing, telling me that okay, it's now well aligned. Now I want to give this my shape a stroke. This is the stroke. Just click the plus button here and you have added a stroke automatically. All you have to do is to change the color of it. So I will click on my sample color, then come here and click this particular color to get, remember we already have our color art already. So I'll come here and take off this color, then I have my stroke. Then I can pull off the fill because I don't want a fill color. I want only a stroke. So I will kill the fill from here. Now there is no color again. There is no color for the shape. Now the stroke color is AEBABD. AEB for BD. AEB for BD. So that is the stroke. That is the color we're actually using for our stroke line. Alright. So I think this is cool. So the next one is to get a notification. So I will come here to Iconify. Now Figma has lots of plugins, thousands of plugins where you can easily install. You can get whatever you want without you moving out or leaving your Figma file. Alright, so I'll just click here now that I've started. The label for it is action. Yeah, so I will click here, or you can do Command K or Control K, but let me walk you through this process. I will click here, then I will see Iconify. I already have it installed, but you that don't have it, just make sure you click on plugin and widget. Yeah, then search for Iconify. Just search for it, then install it, and you just run it. Now I have it already, so I don't have to do anything. You that don't have it, just get it installed. So I'll just search for notification. Now this is my notification center. I will choose the particular one I want. I feel this particular one is okay for me. Let me just move this guy a little. Let me move it this way. Yeah, so I will just use this particular notification, this one here. You can use the one you want to use. Alright, so I'll be using this one. Yeah, and now the size, the dimension is actually 16. So I want to increase it to, let's see, it's too small, right? So I want to make it, let's say 18 pixel. Yeah, 18 by 18, so it must be the same. Alright, this one will not be 17, this one will be looking 16. That will be very bad. So make sure it is both sides are equal. So I will drag it inside of my frame. I'll drag it inside of my frame now, and I'll make sure it's well aligned. Now my Figma is giving me, is showing me and a cross line which is in red color, that okay is now well aligned. So I'll pull off my hand now, and that is cool. Now I want to make this to be in family. Alright, how do I achieve this? Is to click yes on this component, which is the notification. Then I will come back to my stroke, hold my shift, make sure you click your shift, then click this particular guy, then move your hand though, then come back again and do shift plus A to add an auto layout to this particular guy. So I'll do shift plus A to add an auto layout. Alright, so this is it. I've added an auto layout already, so they are now grouped together. If you look at this guy and this guy, I can easily come back again and do shift, then click the both of them together. Then I will still do shift plus A to add these both guys into an auto layout again. Yeah, shift plus A to add an auto layout. Now I have them grouped together, so they are now in one family. Now I can scale them without dragging my hand. So you see, I can scale them this way without me dragging my hand, but that's not what we want. So this is okay. Alright. Let me scale out a little. Okay, this is perfect. Alright, so now I want to turn off my layout guide. Okay, let me just leave it because I want to achieve the next step, which is a search. So I will turn off the layout guide for this guy so that we can see what we are doing. Alright, so I want to achieve the search component. It's a component, so I want to achieve the search component. So all I have to do is to come here and get my search icon. Go to Iconify that you installed, then just get your search icon. So I will search for search. Just do search. So Iconify has thousands of icons. I'll just come here, then drag out this lighter search. You can choose the one you want, but I feel this, since this one is light, is looking cool for me, so I prefer using this one. Okay, the other one is thick. Okay, let me go for a thicker one a little. Say, let's say I use this one. Oh, okay, this one is okay. Let me use this one. Alright, so this search is okay. The lighter one would have been best. So guys, don't mind me, I'm just too picky. Alright, so I love. Okay, okay, let me just manage this one. Alright, so the next thing I'll be doing is to write the word search any course. Alright, so I don't have to be writing something from scratch again. Since I have the welcome, I will just click, double click. Make sure you're having this four dots. Make sure you're seeing this four dots. Don't just start dragging from there. So because I have this four dot, I can easily duplicate. Or don't worry, don't do that because that will get you lost. Alright, so let's just write from scratch. So I will hit T or come here and write search for course. Search for course. Search for course. Now I have this guy done. Yeah. So the next thing I want to do is to just, I will still, select multiple items. Now just click this guy, then click this guy by holding my shift to do these things together. So click, hold your shift and click the next guy again, then add an auto layout, shift plus capital letter A from your keyboard. Now that we have an auto layout, now we are increasing. So we want to add add some padding to it. Now you watch and listen carefully. All right, so now this is my padding, because if you don't add an auto layout, you won't see padding. So you must add an auto layout before you can then see padding. All right, so because I've added an auto layout to this particular items here, now I can pad it. Now the first padding is the width. Width is from year to year, my left hand to my right hand, my right hand to my left hand. That is the width. All right, why this particular guy here, which is the height, is from my top to bottom, but we want just for the width. Yeah, but I will be increasing the width part individually. For me to achieve individual padding, I want to pad them individually, not everywhere. Now if I want to pad everywhere, now if I come here, every part is working, and that is not what I want. All right, so I will just put it back in 0, and I want to achieve an individual padding. All right, so I will click back to this guy, then come here and click this particular box here that says individual padding. I will click it, then I will make this guy, let me give it like 8. Yeah, so the 8 is actually the left hand part of it. You see why I want, now I have the left hand part of it pad. If I remove it to 0, now you see that you won't be seeing this line. Now you see a particular line showing here. That is the padding. If I increase it to 10, it will increase. If I say 10, it will increase. It has actually moved a little. Alright, but I prefer giving it 8. So let's say 8. Then the other hand, which is our right hand, which is my right hand part, so I want it to move this way. Alright, I want it to move this way. So I'll just make this one like 200. Let me try 200. Let me try 200 pieces and just see how it goes. So let me add let me see, 207 or 208 or 210. 210. Let me see how it is. So I need to add more again. Let's say 215. 215. I want this guy to touch this exact point. Alright, I can still drag it, but no, let me increase it from here. So I'll use my arrow button to increase it. I think this is okay. 290. Okay, 220 is okay. 220 is okay. Now that we have this guy, we still need to push this guy back a little, because so I'll push it and make sure this guy is touching this layout, our grid line. Alright, so I'll still increase this guy a little. Now I'll come back to this guy again and increase it from 20 down to, let's say, 30 pixel. Okay, this is okay. 27 is okay. 27 is okay. Now we have 227 for for this particular guy, which is the left hand side of the width padding. All right, so now we have achieved this guy. The next one is to, this one is not individual padding, this one can be both side. All right, so I'll be doing this one this way. I want to increase the top to the bottom side of the padding, so I'll just come here and say, and give it, let's say 10 pixel. All right, so this is the top to bottom, not width, not the width, the left hand side and the right hand side width. This one is the top to bottom part now. So I'm giving it not an individual padding, but the both side. If I scale up, you see that the both side are 10 now, but that is it, that is it, that is it. Yeah, let me just speak plenty English. All right, so now I'll add a fill to this guy. I'll add a fill to this guy, and I'll use my sample color to pick this particular color for this edge, because I did not copy it. So the color code is FG F8 FA F6, rather F6 F8 FA F6 F8 FA. That's the color code. Alright, so now we have achieved this guy. Let's give it a corner radius. I'll give it a corner radius of, let's say 10 pixel. Yo, we have our corner radius well achieved. And if you look very well, this test is not pure black, and our own is actually black. Okay, let me turn off my layer, guys, so you guys will see what I'm talking about. All right, so I prefer it to look same thing with this my other app, so I'll just come here and copy the color. I'll come to sample color, and I can either, I think this is the color, this or this one. Let me see. Okay, that this is the color I picked. All right, this is the color I picked, so that is it. So we have achieved our search. So this is how I achieve my perfect search engine design. So the next one is this guy. So this is actually a category section that has the UI UX, web development, mobile app dev, and marketing. All right, so let's get this done now. Now all I have to do is to still press my T. All right, so I'll press T, or I'll come here, I'll just click this guy, then you write UI, I'll just write UI US, UI slash US design. Okay, now I have it done. Now I want to add an auto layout into this particular test. I'll just do Shift plus A to add an auto layout. Now I have my auto layout, and I feel the auto layout top to bottom is quite too long or too much, so I can reduce it from here. Just come to my padding and say reduce to 5. Let's try out 5. I think 5 is okay. 5 is okay. And since we have 5, I think everything is okay now. We'll just give it a corner radius, or add a fill first. So let's add a fill to color to it, and the fill color to it is actually green. This is green, but I can still come back here and pick the particular green at the top of it, but that's the green. So I will change the text to white. Yeah, so I will change the text color to white, and I will give this a corner radius so it will look same as this one. So I'll give it a corner radius of, let's say 20 pixel. This is the corner radius. I'll give it 20 pixel, and now we have our corner radius achieved. So remember, make sure everything is inside of the layered guide. Let me turn it on so you will see it again. Make sure nothing is passing that layered guide. Make sure nothing is passing that layered guide. You see, this is our layered guide. So all I have to do now, instead of doing this thing from scratch again, I will just quickly duplicate it. I'll duplicate it, then click the both components together. You see, then I'll just add, I call it a component because we can actually reuse it. We are not creating from scratch again, so it's a component. So I will click this one and click this one, then add an auto layout again. Because I added an auto layer, I can easily increase the gap. See, I can easily reduce and increase the gap, or you can still come here to do that. Which we have the gap. So the gap is actually 8. I can reduce it to 5, 4, and 5 rather, to even 6. So I think this one is okay. So the next thing now I want to do, I want to add a stroke, so that it will be looking like this one, right? So I want to add a stroke. So I will come here that says stroke. First of all, click on the component you want to achieve the stroke on. So I'll come here and I'll click stroke. Yes, So now that I have stroke, I will come to my stroke color, not the fill but the stroke. So I'll come here, then get my sample color again. Now remember we have our color already, so I'll just pick this particular color. Yeah, and for the test, I'll click on it again, then come to my fill, not the stroke, the fill, then get my sample color, then pick this guy again, and here we go. So what's the next thing? The next thing to do is to kill the fill color of this particular shape or component. So I'll come here and kill it. I don't want it, so I'll press the minus button, and here we go. All right, now let me turn off the grid line so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll turn it off from here. Now I can write the test that I want to write. I don't have to do plenty magic. All right, all I have to do is just write web development. All right, so I'll just come and do web development. Web development. Now you see, because our test, or this, yeah, our test is actually on auto layer. That is why you see this shape is actually adjusting dynamically just to contain this text that is here. All right, so we don't have to be dragging, reducing, because we have put the text into an auto layout. It will not adjust dynamically without us trying to reduce or scale anything. All right, so now I can easily duplicate it, and without me trying to fix it or align it, it will quickly arrange by itself. Why? Is because it's inside of an auto layout. All right, so now I can now change the text inside of this guy to mobile app dev. All right, that is cool. Mobile app dev, mobile app dev. So this is a category, and the next one is marketing. So I can still duplicate it and say marketing, duplicate, and now it's looking tiny, but I can still look for the letters inside. So I'll just double click inside of it and write marketing. Yeah, yeah. So you see, we have gotten it without trying to stress or trying to do it over and over again, or starting from scratch again. So these are well arranged, and the next one is this guy here. This particular guy. So let's get this done. You see, we are almost done, and it's quite easy. It's quite easy. So the next one is this guy. So I would have done something, but let me walk you through the basic process. All right, so I want to get a frame now, so I'll just get a frame. I'll get a frame. Now this frame now will add a fill to it, a fill color, because there's no fill color. So I'll add a fill color to it, which is white. Yeah, so let me take off this guy. So the fill is white. Let me get the size, which is the width of this guy. So the width is actually 218 by 230. So the width is 218 and the height is 230. 218, 218, and the height is 230. Yeah, so the height is 230 and it has, yeah, so this is cool. So I can now give it a corner radius of, let's say, 7 or 8. All right. Now if you look very well, there is a little shadow. Yeah, it's a shadow. So there's a little shadow trying to differentiate the white, yeah, on top of this guy. So there's no big magic. So all I have to do is to just come here and give it an effect. I'll just click on this effect here. You see now there's a little demarcation. You get. So now I want to add a blur to it so that it won't be looking this way here. So let's make it professional. So I'll add a blur to it, and I will increase the blur down to 200 and something. I don't know, but I just want to spread. Should not be able to trace the blur. So 220 is okay for a start. And this particular guy, let's see if we can make it over 200 and something as well. Okay, this one too. So it's not really traceable. Nah, just chill, you get what I'm doing. Now we have this guy here. It shouldn't be here, so I will still reduce it again. I will come back here to reduce it. I think it's the y-axis, so I will still reduce it. Not the y-axis, it's the x-axis. So I will reduce the x-axis a little. Yeah, So I don't want it to be much, so I'll reduce it a little. Oh, let me just trace out from this one and see what I did here. So I want to waste, okay, 138, 143, 138, 143, 138, 143. So I did 138 and 143, 143. So this is okay. So I'll duplicate, no, not yet. So I'll get this particular image. So for us to get this image, for us to just come here and get a shape. So just get your shape, and yep, that is it. Just get your shape this way. I'm a bit confused. I think I should just turn off this. Yeah, I just I know you might have done this, but it's confusing me for now. So I want to add a stroke to it. Yes, so that I won't, get confused. I don't want to pass this particular guy. So let me increase this guy a little from here. Okay. All right. So I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on track. Okay. So I'll just add a corner radius a little, not much. Let's say 5. 5 is okay. So this is for my image. So the next one here is to achieve this particular guys here. So all I have to do is just come here, then press my T, capital letter T from my keyboard, then write design. So I'll just say design space. I'll give a space and do bracket UI US UI slash US. So this is the cursor, right? So I'll just come here and say design slash UI US, and I'll fix it this way. Alright. So the next one is actually the Naira sign, which is the price sign. I think this our guy is too much. So let me check the size for this guy. It's on 14 and it's on medium. So I'll make my 12, not 14. So make my 12. Yeah. So the next one is actually the price tag. So I'll come back to Iconify and I'll get the Naira sign. So I'll search Naira, then drag it into the box, take it off, then reduce the Naira sign a little. Let's see. Let's see, 16 pixel. Well, let me make it 18 pixel. If it's too big, I will say reduce it. Then I will come here and say 5,000 naira. I'll just duplicate this guy and say 5,000 5 slash 000. That's the amount for the cost. Then I will give it a color of green. Then take it this way. Change this one to green. I think the Naira sign is quite big, so I'll just reduce it to, instead of the 16 pixel, I'll still reduce it to, instead of the 18 pixel, I'll make it 16 pixel. Okay, this is okay now. Alright, so I'll make sure this is well arranged, and you know the next thing, shift, then click the next guy, then add an auto layout. Tada, this is cool. And same thing for this guy, just click this one, then add an auto layout, and that is okay. So the next one is actually the course description. So we can get this course description that says complete course web and app development. Okay, so I'll just click this guy, double click it, and duplicate the text instead of this auto layout. Make sure you're not just clicking the auto layout. Double click the guy inside of this one, then duplicate it. Yeah, so it won't be, the text shouldn't be on medium, the text should be on regular. So since this guy is already clicked, I'll just come here and say my text should be on regular, then you reduce the size. I think the size is quite okay. So all I have to do is write complete course. I'll just copy this text instead of writing. I'll copy the text instead of writing. Yeah, so I'll just say complete Yeah, then drag it this way. Okay, okay, this is okay, this is okay. I think I still have to adjust this guy a little. Okay, for this particular gap, I'll just come in. Okay, I'll just come here and drag this guy a little so that it will be in the same. Okay, whenever I see this red line, know that you're actually working in alignment. Alright, so I'll just take this guy a little, give it a little bit gap. Now because I added an auto layer, that's why I cannot. Because I added an auto layer, that's why I can actually achieve the gap. So either you achieve the gap this way, or you come here to increase the gap. So mine is on 58. I can still reduce to 57 from here, but I prefer 58. 58 is actually okay for me. So I will just work with the 58. Okay. So for this guy, I will just bring it up a little. I think I'm talking too fast. So sorry. So for this guy, I will just bring it up a little and change the color from black, or I will leave it this way. I think it's okay. I only reduce the opacity, so the opacity I give it is actually 70 pixel. So that's the opacity. Reason is because I copied the text from here, so this text was already reduced. The opacity has already been reduced, so it is working same for this one as well. Alright, so the next one is this one that says 1 hour 23 minutes. Then the lessons are actually 12. Alright, so we'll just write this one as well. So I'll come here and duplicate the text here, and I will say 1 hour, 1 hour, and I'll do 23 m. Then I will just give this guy, okay, and write 12 lessons, 12 lessons, 12 lessons. Okay, I think this is okay. 12 lessons. Alright, now we can add a picture to our design. So there's another plugin called Lumi, so you can just go to Lumi. I have Lumi, so you can search for Lumi. Go to your plugin and search for Lumi. I already have Lumi installed, or you can use Unsplash. Alright, Unsplash is already clear. So you can use Unsplash if you want to use Unsplash. So we have Lumi and we have Unsplash. This is a plugin where you can get pictures of your choice. So Unsplash has thousands and Lumi has thousands of pictures as well. That if you want to use any, you just install the plugin and use. So I can search, for example, I can search for tech picture, tech, or just tech, to give me tech bros and tech 6, their pictures. Alright, so while it's searching, okay, now you see we have tech picture. So make sure you click the frame or the shape where you want the picture to enter. So because I already clicked this guy now, I can easily just hit this particular laptop here, and it will just load and enter and fit in automatically without me doing anything. I can do same for another one, and you see I have it done. So I think, okay, let me get this one. Yeah, so I just saw it, a coding. Okay, let me use this one, don't mind me, guys. Alright, so I think this one is okay. So I will be using this one, and I will key this stroke now because I'm not working with the stroke anymore. So I'll just hit my frame here, then make sure the stroke is out. So I'll just minus the stroke. I'll take it again. So click my frame here, then come to the place where I have my stroke, and I will pull off the stroke. Yeah, because I'm not using it to do anything. So all I have to do is to do a duplicate. Yeah, so I don't have to create this guy again from scratch. So I'll just do a duplicate, then come here. Now it has pulled off. Now I see it has pulled off. But all I have to do is to bring it back, take my hand off it, then drag it inside again. I've gotten it. Yeah. So I'm trying to make sure this thing is well fitted. Okay. Yeah. So everything is good. Now, do you know the next thing I want to do now? The next thing I want to do is to achieve an auto layer. So I will click this guy, then click this guy, then put it inside of an auto layer. Yep. This is okay. So I think this black here is too much. What do I do? Is to reduce this black color since it's more. So I'll just come here and reduce it. So you see we have, yo, our design is coming to shape. It's coming to shape. So I think this one is okay now. So the next one is actually these popular courses. So if you're following me, you will get this thing correctly. So the next one is popular courses. So let's get our popular courses test. So I'll just hit on my T again on my computer. So I'll hit on T and I'll write popular course. I said courses, popular course. Then I will increase the size of the popular course. So let me check the size of this one. The size is 18 on bold. So I will give this bold, and the size should be 18. Yeah, remember the color we are using is not black. Alright, so make sure you're actually maintaining consistency. So I'll click this guy, then come back to this guy, and I have my color. Now the color code is 20 or 201 F3D. 201 F3D, that's the color code. So I'll come here, make sure it's well aligned, and make sure it's actually maintaining alignment. Yeah, so this is great. And we have the see all test. So I will still write, I can still duplicate this guy, but okay, let me duplicate it. And I write see all. So for you to duplicate it, just do command and D or control D. Command and D or control D to duplicate. Alright, so I'll just come here and say see all. Then I will, from bold, I will make it regular. Shouldn't be on bold. Yeah, then I will reduce the size to 14. Okay, so I think this is actually, yeah, so this is aligned. I know you'll be surprised, how do I know that it's aligned? Let me turn on my auto layer so I can see what I mean by my alignment. So I'll turn on my grid and it's not aligned, so let me push it inside a little. Alright, so this is great. So I'll just add an auto layer again to it. Yes, so everything is now okay. So let me turn off my layout guide. Now the next thing we want to achieve now, I think this particular guy is quite looking too small and this one is looking big. 16 pixel. Okay, let me increase it a little because it's quite small. Okay, this is okay. So the next one is actually this guy here. So let's get this guy achieved. Alright, so now we need to get our image. Alright, so we need to get our image like this. So how do we get that done? Is to just come to this place, maybe shape, and just draw something like this. Let me get the size of this one. So the size of this one is actually the dimension, which is the width, is 88 and the height is 77. So I would say 88, not 89, 88, and the height is 77. And I'll give the corner radius as well. So the corner radius, I'll just come here now. You see a corner radius. I'll give you the corner radius of, let's say the corner radius should be 10. I think 10 is much. Okay, 7 works for us. Alright, so I will just have to arrange this guy now this way. And don't panic, alright? So we'll still use a process that you already know. Now the next thing now is to get this text. Now remember, if you want to write a text, you can come here, click this particular guy, or hit just T on your keyboard, T, and you write introduction to design system. To design system. Okay, now we have that guy already set. The next one should be complete courses. All right. I think this should be on medium and not bold, or not regular rather. So I'll give it medium and I'll write complete course. Complete course. Complete course. Yeah, now I will reduce the size of this particular test to, I would say, 12 pixel. Then I will reduce it from bold to regular. Yeah, then the color should be not, the color should not be on black. The color should be this particular one here, which is this guy. Yes, and that is right. And remember, we have this 1 hour 23 minutes slash 12 lessons. So instead of writing that guy, you can just come here and do a duplicate. Yeah, just do a duplicate and drag it out. Just a duplicate, then drag it out. So you don't have to stress yourself writing from scratch. This is how you design fast, alright? So just shortcuts are very, very important. Okay, so duplicate, Command D or Control D to duplicate anything you want to duplicate. So I'll just come here and okay, complete courses. I think this is okay. Yeah, so let's add an auto layout now. But before we add an auto layout, let's get this guy. Now I don't really necessarily have to be creating this particular guy from scratch again. Since I have it, I can just come here, click on it. Yeah, make sure you're clicking on this one. Just double click, not the whole of this guy. Alright, so double click to get this one. Alright, now I can just duplicate it, then drag it down, drag it out one duplicate. So I don't have to be creating it from scratch again. So the next one is actually this icon that is here. Yeah, so just go to Iconify to get it. So I will say back, for example. Let's say back, and back is giving me this way. If I say front, it won't show. So let me just work with the back. I will show you how to do your magic. Yeah, since I have this guy here now, now see the way it is. It's not giving me. It's not in the position I want it. So now for you to convert the position, all you have to do is to just press shift plus H. Now I want to convert the position to be like this one, so I will click this guy, then shift plus H, capital letter H on your computer, shift plus capital letter H, and to turn. Alright, so I will just come here, then fix it to be okay. I think this guy is quite too big. Let me reduce it to 16 or 20 pixel. Yeah. So yes guys, this is it. So I'll just come here, then add an auto layout again. So I have that's an auto layout. So I'll come here, 1 2. Okay, I'm just confirming something. So I'll come here. This is quite big. Let me make it 16 pixel and 14 pixel. So I'll come here, add an auto layout, then click this one, add an auto layout. Auto layout, to add an auto layout, you need to press shift plus capital letter A on your computer. Shift plus capital letter A to add an auto layout. So I will do same for this guy, and because I've done for all of these guys, so I can click this guy now and add an auto layout. So I think this is okay. So the gap of this guy is too close, so I want to increase the gap a little. I'll come here, then increase the gap a little, so it won't be that close. So I'm done. So I'll just click this guy, click this one, then add an auto layout. Now I'll give you I'll count 3 for you to just tell me what to do next. One, two, three. Now the thing I should be doing is to add padding to this guy because I want to achieve a frame like this. I want to achieve a frame like, yeah, it's a frame now, so I want to achieve a frame like this. So all I have to do is to just come here, then add a padding to it, let's say 8. Yes, then I will give this the width. Now let me do for the top to bottom, so I will give it, let's try 10. Let me give it a few color of white. Now I can add a few color of white to it now. Yeah, now we have it done. You see, now we have it done. So I can still come back here and say maybe the padding for the top to bottom is not too much. I will just add more to it, and 15 is quite great. And that is it. We can even add a stroke to it. This one has a stroke now, so we can add a stroke to it. And yeah, and we can change the fill color of the stroke by clicking this guy. If it's too much, okay, I think the color is too much, so we can reduce the opacity of the stroke. Just the stroke. This is the stroke. So we can reduce the opacity of the stroke by coming here. That's okay. We can reduce it by coming here, come to this 100. I can remove the 100 and write 70 pixel to be on 70%. Yeah, so I think it's still too much. Go back to your stroke. From that 70, you can just reduce it down to 60% of 50%. I think this is working now. So it's looking too straight, too plain, so let's just add the corner radius to it. I'll come here and say corner radius of let's do 7. Okay, this is looking great and awesome, but the stroke is too serious, so let's reduce the stroke and opacity again from 50, let's say 40%. Okay, this is okay now. So now we can change the color of this. We can give, sorry, not color, we can add a picture to this guy. You know how to add your picture. So you come to your plugin and you see where you have your plugin and widgets. You see on Splash or Lumi. Well, I'll use on Splash. So let's add a picture to it. So I can just search for take again. Take. Now I won't be using that first picture. I'll be using something different. So let's say I use this particular picture. Since it's take, I can just use this one. I don't really like it, but it's great. Okay, let me use this one. Don't mind me, guys. I'm acting strange. There's a cool picture here. Yeah, what have I done? Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'll just use this one. Alright, so I'll work with this one. And that is it. Alright, so let me make sure this guy is actually centralized. So for me to make it centralized, I will click again, then come here that says alignment. Then I'll press here, this middle one, to align center for me. And I cannot duplicate these guys. Yeah, add an auto layout again to easily duplicate it. Auto layout. Then centralize it. That's good. I think the gap is much, so we can reduce it from we can reduce this way, or we can come to where we have gap to reduce it. So 7 is perfect. Now I want to still duplicate because I need more, so I'll just click here, just one, not the full part of it. So I'll click here, then duplicate it, and here we go. Now there is one thing now we want to do easily, and that easy stuff is just coming here, and coming here. But let's hold on a little. Yep. let me push this guy up. I want to arrange it so it will look nice. So I'll push this guy up a little. So we have achieved our design, our first mobile UI design. So the next one is to get this fine looking fine looking navigation section. You will be like, this one is actually cornered, but this one is not cornered. Is it a different frame? No, it's not a different frame. So you can still make yours corner by clicking this guy, then come here that says corner radius. You can give it the corner radius of 30, and your entire frame will be cornered since you want yours to be cornered. So you see, you will be like, why is this one green and this one is black? You can still change the color if you want to. So I will just click here and change the color to the particular green I want. I know the question some of us will be asking. So you see, and I have a green, so it's not looking alike. All right. So the next thing now I want to get is this particular section. All right. So for me to achieve that section, I will get a mini frame. I will get a mini frame. I will get a mini frame. So this is my mini frame. I think it's big a little, so I'll just reduce it a little. Oh, so this is my frame. Now you pay attention to this particular part of it now. And for these icons, I did not use any of this icon for my Iconify. So I have an icon pack. Alright, so I have an icon pack that I use. I will still share the icon pack with you guys to use if you want to. Alright, so this is a link to the icon pack I used. Sorry. Let me show you. So component. So I will show you. So this is the icon pack I use, not Iconify, because I need a consistent icon. Whenever you're designing, make sure your icons are actually consistent. Don't use a particular icon that is bigger than the other one. They should be the same, the width and the height, and also the weight of the icon. So this is the icon pack I use. So I will share this link to you guys to also use as well. So while on this design, I will still fall back to these icons because you can get all these icons from that icon pack. So I don't want to use Iconify. Alright, so I will be using this one. So I will get this particular home, duplicate this home. So Iconify has home. If I come to Iconify, I can see search for home, but I just feel the icon I'm using is not there. So home, you can come to search for home and you see different kinds of home. You can choose any one that you want from here. Alright, from Iconify, but I'm not using it. So I'll just put this particular home inside here. Then I will label it home. What am I doing? So I will label it home. I think this guy is too long, so I'll reduce it a little. Alright, so let me give it a test. Home. So I'll click here and say home. Yeah, I said it all. This guy is too big. Let me reduce it a little. So I will label it home. I'll make sure it's centralized. Alright, so take this guy to the top a little. And bring this guy a little. Okay. This one a little. Okay. So now I can duplicate this guy. And the next one should be courses. So you can get a video play list on Iconify as well. So you can get all of these icons on Iconify. So I don't have to be going to Iconify. This guy already here. So let me just, because of time, I'll just try to manage my time so that the video won't be that long. Alright, so I already have this guy here. I'll just take off this guy and bring this guy into this one. Please don't be confused. You can get all of this icon from the icon pack I'll be sharing to you for free. So the next one here is, okay, I'll just label it course. Don't forget, you can get all of this from Iconify, but I'm not using Iconify. I don't know why I keep repeating this. I know why it is. Whenever I'm trying to get something at the point I will not get confused. It's a bit tiring, you know. So the next one is actually wish list. You can still get this guy from Iconify by searching for like. So if I come to Iconify and search for like, I will see it. So if I say like, if I say like, not love, like, you see it. See it. You can get it. I'm not using Iconify now. So since I already have it now, I'll just duplicate it. Yes, and the next one is the profile. So I'll duplicate this guy. So the reason why I'm adding all of this into this frame is to achieve consistency. So I don't want a situation whereby this one will be down, this one will be up. So I want to achieve consistency and I want to achieve alignment as well. So I'll get this guy here, which is the profile, delete this guy, and take this guy to the top. So I'll call it profile. So align in center. Yeah. So if I want to align center, it's from here. Alright, so I think everything is looking okay now. So let me just use my ruler to measure things. I know you'll be like, how did you get the ruler from now? I'm actually confused. Now, if you want to get a ruler, just do shift and capital letter R. I'm using the word R, so you hear it. R, right? So shift plus capital letter R to get your ruler. So once you get it, you see yours this way. So if you want to turn it off as well, just do shift and arrow to turn off. So I want to turn on my own. I'll turn on. So now I have my ruler and everything is actually on the same page. It's just for me to make this one now wish list. Then centralize it by coming to this guy here. Centralize, align center. I'm good. So now is to add everything into an auto layout. 1 2 3 4 into an auto layout. Now remember, I need to hold shift to mark all the use shift to mark all of these guys. So I'll do shift plus A to add an auto layout. I've added an auto layout. Now guess what? The next thing I want to achieve is this guy. You know how to do this by coming to your padding, then add a padding to it. Let me make it 30 or if not more than. Then I will give the bottom and top a padding as well. So this is working. Then I will give it a fill of white. Now we can't track any spacing again. So I think all these guys are actually too bright. So I'll make sure the colors are the same. Yeah, the reason why the colors are like this should be like that is because they are not yet clicked. Yes, so they are the same. And for this one should be green. I know you might be like, how did you get the color for the navigation bar? It did not show us. So this is the color. This is the color here. So you can pick this color. The color is AEB4BD. That's the color code. So guys, we have achieved our first design. Alright. Now these guys here are too, they are much. So there's no more space here. Now how do we fit in this nav bar? Let me show you guys. So I will click this guy, click this guy, click this guy again. And before I click this guy, I will make sure I do something. Now there's a space here and I don't want that space to occur. Let me even duplicate. Sorry guys. Let me duplicate it. I'm duplicating this particular screen. So I'm Ctrl D or Command D to duplicate it. So I'm duplicating. I'll tell you why I'm duplicating. Why I'm duplicating is because I want to do a screw. I want to screw this guy. Now I've added my duplication. So I will make sure, because I've duplicated this guy, so what I want to do now, you see, the screen is still extending down to this point. What I want to do now is to just clip the contents together. Alright, so I want to clip each of these contents together. Just follow me. So I'll click on clip content. Now I can drag this guy. Even if I'm dragging this guy, sorry guys, I've done something strange. So even if I'm dragging this guy, I can just drag this guy down to this point and nothing you see. You know why it's like this? Because I click on clip content. Now if I remove the clip content, now you see it, but I want the clip content back. Let me do it again. If I pull off the, if I uncheck the clip content, you see it, but that's not what we want. So I want to check it back, then drag this guy back to this point. This is where I want it. Now I want to add a padding to this guy because I want, while this thing is scrolling. Okay, let me just show you something before I explain. So I will come to my prototype. Now I get to my prototype, then I will add a scrolling to it. Now it's on no scrolling, but I want it to scroll, so I'll make it scroll horizontally. So let me test it and show you guys something. Now let's scroll. Now you see it's scrolling. It's scrolling, but there's a spacing here that we don't need. There's a spacing, and I don't need that spacing. Alright, so all I have to do is to come here, then add the padding. Let's add the padding to fill up that spacing. Now this padding I want to do is an individual padding, not, I want to add an individual padding, just this particular part. So I will increase that part. So I will add, what have I done? I've done something wrong. I'll make sure it's 20. So yeah, 20. I'll make sure this guy is touching. Yes. Now we'll drag back this guy a little. Yeah. Now let's test our prototype again. You see, everything is now working very well. You see, so this is what we want to achieve. This is what we want to achieve. Alright. So same thing for this guy as well. Why is he moving everywhere? Okay. Okay, so this is good. So let's test this one. So let me do a prototype for this guy as well. So the same thing. So because I've clicked it, I will come back to my design and I will add clip content. Then I will drag this guy back. I'll drag this guy back. So don't forget that we'll add a padding to this guy, and the padding should be 20. Individual padding. This guy here should be 20 pixel. 20. And there's a padding now, so I'll just drag this guy back a little. Yeah, so it's not touching the end of our frame. So I'll just drag this guy a little so I can see it. Remember, it's actually on clip content, alright? So I can still duplicate this guy so that I will have something to scroll on. Alright, so I can even do multiple. I can still duplicate again so it will be much. Alright, so I just want to scroll, alright? So okay, everything is okay. It's actually here. Alright, so now I can come here, click this guy, click this guy, click this guy, see, click this guy, then click this guy. Then I will add everything into an auto layout. Shift plus A into an auto layout. Now I will still click this clip content because I want it to be inside of the clip content, and drag this guy up a little. Now because it's on clip content, I can't see the rest part, but everything is actually inside. Alright, so now let me take this guy to this point, break it into this frame, then centralize it. Yeah, so I will drag this guy down a little so I can screw. So I will stop here. All right, so this is cool. And no, okay, so now let's test our prototype again. It won't work because we haven't added a prototype to this particular stuff we did. Now because I've added everything into an auto layout and I've actually clipped them into a content, now I can come to my, I'll just click this particular frame, then fall back to my prototype, then I will make it scroll vertical. Alright, so this is it. Now we can test our app. It's scrolling this way because it's not much. This guy is not much. Alright, that's why it's scrolling this way. So if we add more item, we can easily scroll longer. But I know you understand what I mean. Alright, so if I should duplicate this guy, we can screw more. You see, we can screw more. If I still add more duplicate, and we can still screw more. You see, we can screw more. And if I keep adding duplicate, we can screw more and more. You see, can screw more and more. So I hope you got this. So this is it, and this is for this part. So this part is not working here. Let me add a vert here and a horizontal screw. So it's not working because it was not clipped. It's not yet clipped on the content. So what have I done? So let's see how it should be working now. Okay, let me fall back to my prototype and make it screw horizontal, not vertical. So let's see how it works. Now it's working. You see? Now it's working. Now it's working. Alright guys. So yeah, we are actually good. Now lastly is actually our splash screen, which is this guy here. So I'll just do a duplicate of this particular guy. Do a duplicate of this guy. Then I will delete everything inside of this guy. Delete everything. Delete this one. Then I will get the color for this. I will change the color of this frame. Now come back to my design, then change the color of that frame from white to a different color. I will give you this color. And yes, now you see that this guy is white, it's black, and it's not really readable. So let me change the color to something I can see. So I'll come here. You see where I have selection colors. So I'll click the selection color, and this is a bit. So I'll come here. I'll start from this guy and change it. So it's not working. I'll come back. I'll do. I'm working on that assumption, guys, because this is a component from iOS. So I just have to be careful. So I'll come to my costume color and try this one. And that's not what I want, so I'll try this first one. Come to my costume color, then try. Now it's working. So you try all of them, anyone that works, and if it's not working, just do Ctrl Z to undo it. And now is to write the name of my app. Now the name of my app is Utech, so I have this guy here already. So you can get your logo. You can get your logo. So my logo is Utech. So you can get yours. I don't know what you want to call your own logo. So maybe you'll be like, I don't have a logo. You can just get a test and just call it something. It could be learners app. And just say learning app. Then you make it bold. Make it bold. Reduce the size to, let's say, 23. And you have something to show. If it's not too, if it's too small, I can make it 25 or 26. Yeah, let me delete this one. So you see, we have our learning app. Learning app, that's the name of our app. So I will take my design back to this guy. I'll take my design back to this guy. Then I'll add a prototype to it. So I will just come to my prototype, then drag this guy to here. So now whenever I click on prototype, it means you want a prototype. So once you click on your frame, let me pull this guy. Now because I'm clicking on my frame, this frame here, I will click this frame and I will see a lot of plus button. So this one is showing me a plus button. I will just click this plus button, then drag it to this screen because I want this guy to show this screen. Now you see where that says on tap. I don't want it to be on tap. I want it to just automatically work by itself. So I'll make it after delay. I'll click on after delay. Then from after delay, I will change the delay minutes to 4000 milliseconds. 4000 milliseconds. Yeah, 4000 milliseconds. This is milliseconds, it's not seconds, right? So 1000 milliseconds make 1 second, right? 2000 milliseconds make 2 seconds. So I'm using 4000 milliseconds because I want this app to wait after 4 seconds. All right, now if I play the prototype and see how it works, you see it will wait for 4 seconds, 1 2 3 4, then change to the next guy. It's more than 4. I rushed it. Now you see we are cool, everything is working for us. So we have achieved our first mobile app design, guys. So let me test it again, and tada, we are good to go. So guys, thank you so much.